briefly read their bios to everybody so that everyone can have them take a minute and understand who and meet who's up here. Phil Horn, this is in no particular order. Phil Hornstein, 61, has 35 years of teaching, writing, political activism, management, and entrepreneurial experience. He's currently a machine shop manager at Oryx Industries in Farmingdale, was an adjunct instructor at SUNY Farmingdale and Queensborough Community College, has a BA in studio art from SUNY Stony Brook, is a Queens County Republican committeeman, and serves on the board of the Queens Village Republican Club. Phil is a registered Republican. Phil is and this is your first political run. Don Galliano, excuse me, Don, 67, was brought up in Brooklyn and lives in Bayside, Queens. He has 27 years of experience as the owner of Primetime Transportation, which at its peak operated 447 cars. As a business owner, Don has actively participated in political functions, beginning with the Giuliani administration. He attended Bishop Laughlin High School in Brooklyn and is a registered Republican. This is Don's first run also at political. Jack Lipsky, 58, grew up in Roslyn Heights and has resided in Great Neck since 1979. He has 35 years of experience in the insurance industry, worked for Equitable Life in New Hyde Park, Guardian Life in Little Neck, and is currently the president of Lipsky Financial Group Inc. in Great Neck. He has a BS in Business Administration from SUNY Albany and an MBA from Hofstra University. He is an executive board member of the Great Neck Synagogue and the founder and commissioner of the Great Neck Baseball Program. This is Jack's first run at political office. Elizabeth Burney has lived in the district for 32 years, 10 in Queens and 22 in Great Neck. She is an attorney with a diverse background that includes practice in taxation, international litigation, human rights, securities fraud, mergers and acquisitions, education, and election law. Has published articles in the Harvard Journal on legislation, Accounting Today, Newsday, and has made appearances on television and radio. She has a BS from Cornell University School of Industrial and Labor Relations and a JD from the University of Chicago Law School. I want to add, she's also an active member of the Great Neck Republican Committee and North Hempstead Republican Committee, and she is a registered Republican and was the Republican candidate for U.S. Congress in 2008 against Gary Ackerman. James Milano, 42, has been a physician at the St. Francis Heart Center for over 10 years. He resides in Oyster Bay and grew up in Elmont. He obtained his undergraduate degree from SUNY Stony Brook and has his medical degree from Baylor College of Medicine. He is a registered Democrat as of 2009 and was a registered blank prior to that. This is his first political run for office. And last but not least, Bob Unger grew up in Washington Heights and now resides in Great Neck. Bob is an attorney from Fordham Law School and obtained his undergraduate degree from CUNY John Jay College. He was a WMCA talk show host and for three years, and an author of 2 books, America Does Not Owe You a Living and Tune In to Success. He is a board member of Managut Yehudit. All right, I got it close. In Israel and America, and an associate publisher for the New York Guardian, which also became, I guess, Newsmax, and former general counsel for New York State Senator Frank Padovan, a former professional singer and motivational speaker, and he's a registered Republican, and this is his first run for political office.
First, I'd like to thank Lee, too, thank the Morrises for organizing this, and thank everybody who came out, and the Albertson Republican Club, and thank everyone who came out here on this cold, icy night. I really appreciate your being here. As you know, I ran against Gary Ackerman in 2008, and I had the distinction of having Newsday call me feisty, charming, and unreasonable. Why did Newsday call me unreasonable? Because when we debated health care, Ackerman said that he was for a single-payer system, and I said that that would lead to socialized medicine in this country. Why else did Newsday call me unreasonable? Because Ackerman said that he personally wanted to go speak to Ahmadinejad and seems to think that that's going to resolve all the problems in the world. And I said that we should be selling Israel the refueling planes that it needs to enhance its ability to wipe out the nuclear facilities that threaten our country and the entire Middle East and the entire world. I continued to be unreasonable throughout the campaign. When we debated at Channel 12, I criticized Ackerman for his absolutely ridiculous vote against Peter King's See Something, Say Something law, which protects citizens who report suspicious terrorist activity. And Ackerman's response was, well, that's a matter of, we have to protect the civil, essentially was, we have to protect the civil rights of terrorists. I have continued to be unreasonable throughout the past 2 years. When this health care bill has come up, as I went to every place that I could, I read the bill, I used my tax background from the University of Chicago to particularly read the tax provisions and let people know exactly what is involved in this bill. I produced handouts, I spoke up and down the district to just warn people about this. I continue to be unreasonable on health care. When Ackerman, in last May, and a lot of people don't realize this, last May, Ackerman, together with Charlie Rangel and Jerry Nadler, offered to bring the Gitmo terrorists to New York. Offered. And of course, I was very unreasonable about that, and I insisted that they should not do that, and I went out and protested. I hope that everybody here is unreasonable as I am, and that we can join together in a unified effort to unseat Ackerman. I have the perfect background to do so. I have a very varied background as an attorney, which is really ideal for going up against Ackerman. I look forward to working with everybody. Thank you.
I can only say this is my first time ever running for anything, but as an employer, I have been in the trenches. And the most important thing we have to do is create jobs. And that's something I'm very well adapted to. And all I've seen this administration do is phony that we create jobs. I have been to Washington and testified before the National Transportation Commission, and they tell me that they raised my road use taxes. They've raised my transportation taxes on gasoline. All these things that they tell me that I have to lay off people. There is no one in the Obama administration that raises jobs. We have all these intellects, people from college, from schools. Nobody runs a business. What we need in Congress is enough of these highfalutin college people. We need people who ran businesses. That's what we need. We need people in Congress that know how to create jobs. That's what we need. Second of all, do I agree that Ackerman, he is one of the most, in 2008, when General Petraeus gave his speech, he said he could do more damage with 8 lesbians than the general did in Baghdad. And that day, 15 American Marines died. So this guy's record is abhorrent as far as us. He is a traditional left-winger, no matter what he says. We can point out to anything. He is 98% Democrat left. So we all know that. He has to go, but what we need is jobs. I know because I had 347 drivers, I'm down to 120. And we need people that ran businesses. And that's what I can do. You send me to Congress, I know how to create jobs. Not the baloney that Mr. Obama hands out. We need people in Congress. Enough with all these educated people. We need people like me.